Proposed EU sanctions on Russia's energy sector are fueling another rally in oil markets. The international benchmark Brent is up more than 2% to around $107 a barrel. Now, on top of European restrictions on the import of Russian fuel, investors are also reacting to reports that oil exporters have been unwilling or unable to pump more crude out of the ground. A survey by Bloomberg shows the oil cartel OPEC raised its output by just 10,000 barrels a day in April. That's a negligible amount, given their promise to increase supply by more than 400,000 barrels. Now, for now, those supply issues are outweighing concerns over lockdowns in major Chinese cities, which are expected to dent demand. Now, for more on the story, let's go to Taha Arvas. He's a professor of finance at Bogazici University here in Istanbul. Welcome back to the program, Taha. Now, oil is a major input into a lot of other products. Could you tell us what the effect is going to be of higher oil prices on the global economy and consumer prices around the world?
Sure. Like you said, it's not just the oil that you pump into your car, the gas rather that you pump into your car. All packaging is made from the byproducts of oil. A lot of fabric is made from oil. Just wherever you see plastic or anything related to it, that's all crude oil based for the most part. So that means the price of oil increasing if you don't have a car, it doesn't mean it doesn't affect you if you don't drive anywhere. It affects everyone all over the world. So it's important to watch the price of oil here for everyone.
Turning to this proposed EU ban on Russian oil, how difficult is this going to be for the European Union?
It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be both very difficult and very easy at the same time. The European Union imports about 30% or 1/3 of its oil from Russia. But at the same time, if it wants the Ukraine-Russia conflict to end here, this is something that the European Union has to do. Otherwise, they're paying Russia $2 billion a week right now. As we speak, they're essentially financing the Ukraine-Russia conflict here, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, rather. So the European Union is being a little hypocritical in saying we want the situation to end here, while at the same time, they're literally financing it. So I think they have no choice but to probably stop importing oil from Russia. But that's going to take a huge bite out of their imports. They're going to have to make it up from somewhere else. That potentially will increase the price of oil globally and cause supply chain constraints for the EU and for the world.
So looking at other suppliers other than Russia, OPEC, the world's oil cartel led by Saudi Arabia, they are holding their meeting this week to decide on more output of the commodity. What do you expect to come out of that gathering?
Right. So even though Russia isn't part of OPEC, it's part of OPEC plus. So they are also their comments are important here to this decision. I don't expect a major output increase, despite OPEC saying that they will do that. Only because not only are they happy with where oil prices are. I mean, they made very little money, if not nothing, during most of the pandemic, and suddenly they're trying to make up for lost time. But also they're unable, as you said previously in the previous segment there, because a lot of infrastructure, crude oil infrastructure, is down from where it was before the pandemic. So it's both difficult for them to get output back up to where it was, and they're not in a rush to do so. This is great for them. They're making up for lost time, like I said. So I don't expect a major output increase. An output increase will come, but it'll only be just to appease people who have called for it.
All right. Taha Arvas, always a pleasure.